Welcome to the Adjacent Weekend Update with Jody Silvey Wynn and Shelly Silvey Grabe.
It's Weekend Way Update with Shody, Shelly, and Jody. What's going on this weekend? Boy, it's a busy weekend. We have so much going on. You are doing this craziness again.
It's ACL weekend.
And Shelly is going to be going to ACL with her friends Kelly and Robert, our friends. We love them very much, and getting to see all of our favorite people while she listens to amazing music. And but you get to start off at
Matt's El Rancho at noon. If you're listening to this early, please join us at Matt's El Rancho. A lot of people start their ACL weekend off at Matt's. It's a lot of fun. It's walking distance to Zilker for us crazy people. And it's just a great way to start it. And we'll have Sarah in town from Arizona, and Cheryl's joining us on Saturday. I know Carrie Keith is coming out with Mark and Cassidy. Both Cassidy and Kim will be out there from Mom's Favorite. And so it's going to be loads of fun. I'm very, very excited about our little band that we fell in love with, they're UT boys. They went to Texas, and they used to play at all the frat houses and Sea Boys and everything. And they're actually going to be at ACL this weekend. And so I'm
Briscoe, right?
Briscoe, yeah. And I love their music, and so I'm very excited. I just love the people watching. It's a big reconnection weekend. When Laura was in town, it was a big thing for me and Laura to do together. Sometimes even Gertie has come out with me for a day or two. And so it's I love it so much.
It is a fun time. In book club, we shared some pro tips, but definitely bring a bandana and a hat, some sunscreen. If you want to wear your Burning Man outfit, by all means, because the better the people watching.
It's great people watching. I love the people watching. And so I love it. And I feel like when ACL is happening, Austin is on fire. Like, it is the energy. It's just so much fun. Even if you're not an ACL person, get close enough. Like, go down, and check out the music around. There's after parties, there's music, live music all over town. It's so much.
Well, there's just hum. There's like a buzz.
Hum. Yeah.
And then like this weekend and next weekend is ACL. And then they also have Formula One racing coming out. So this is the perfect time to be in Austin. October is the it time. It is when people are just energized. And then the following weekend, people go to OU weekend. But the people that are still here, there's just a high energy. You're like on another voltage area. So it's super fun. And usually the weather is a little milder. It's still going to be a little, hot this weekend. 89 degrees.
I mean, that's better than what we were anticipating. So I'm excited about it. You guys, if you follow my TikTok page, it's Adjacent Podcast on TikTok. I will shoot out some videos all weekend. And
that's my favorite thing is when you shoot out those videos. Please do. It's so fun. So you're going to be busy all weekend. I am going to Rockport this weekend, I believe, if everything aligns, and just going to go chill out by the ocean and enjoy some family time, be with Tammy and Brandon, and see how that goes. I'm super excited. I love going to Rockport. It's very relaxing out there. I'm sure John's going to make some fabulous food.
Oh,
my God. To cook in that beautiful kitchen that her parents built. And in Rockport. And
we have to talk about the food last weekend. Last weekend, we went out to the ranch, and John
yes,
made some incredible wings, some
yes,
incredible ribs,
yes,
uh,
yes,
fantastic queso. And Jody made this
yes.
beautiful charcuterie board
So
that she's
Tammy and Tammy and Brandon, we love to go to La Mardi Gras, which is in February, is that right?
yeah,
February?
John's birthday.
And that's right. It's around Rick and John's birthday, the 12th. Um Brandon will saddle up to a table and play cards from the beginning of the La Mardi Gras to the end at night. And you basically earn tickets. And then it all goes to the fire department there, but you earn tickets and then you cash your tickets in and you put your name. He got a stamp just so he could put his name over and over and over with his phone number on the tickets, and then they submit them and then they do drawings for prizes. And Tammy and Brandon won this giant Texas shaped board, and we use it for a charcuterie board. And Bob was like, "What is going on with this giant Texas?" Like, because it was taking up our whole coffee table. That's how huge it is. And so we make it into a charcuterie board, and it's fun. It looks like the state of Texas. I'll have John send Shelly a picture to put on the social media. And then John loves to make wings, but he likes to make the flats only. And then he does a great job with the wings. We also have a smoker. Sorry, I don't know if you can hear Georgia. I put her out of the bedroom.
No, I love all the
animals on the door.
I love all the animal sounds. Georgia's going, my two favorite people are talking.
Yeah. So and then we brought his smoker out a couple of weeks ago, and he smoked some ribs on it. It was delicious, and his queso was incredible. So then we played cards and we played different games. And
yeah, I already ordered. We played this dice game, and it's like liar's poker. You roll 5 dice, and you guess how many ones or twos or threes, whatever,
on the group.
Yeah,
based on
yeah.
I'm terrible at it because
you are great.
I don't know because you're supposed to like go up in one of the numbers. Like you either say like 4. Somebody says like 4 threes, and then you say
5 threes,
5 sixes, or something like that. I don't know. I'm just like, I don't understand.
I love it. Y'all listen to Georgia. Everybody needs to accept the sound thing. It's so funny on the other podcasts. They're like, oh, I'm sorry, I don't know what to do about this truck driving by. And it's like, it's fine.
Not in a bubble, but anyway, it's fine. I'm like right by the door, scratching because and I'm like, you're driving me crazy.
You guys, if y'all have any tips for allergies for dogs, please send them over.
We've got to go to the vet for sure.
Yeah.
This is getting out of control.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I'm excited about the weekend. Usually we just relax, but I'm going to tell you this. So I'm having a hard time with my retirement, as everybody knows. Like, I'm having a hard time figuring out my systems. I'm having a hard time, like, getting on a schedule, and I need like a schedule, but it seems like every day is so different and so random. And so I was like, I've got to start getting a workout schedule in every day. I've got to start doing X, Y, and Z. I'm like, I've got to figure this out. And, but one thing that I am really loving that I did not know how bad my Sunday scaries were.
They were bad.
And it would creep into Saturdays. Like it would get like, it would start like around 2:00 on a Saturday. I'm like, well, my life is about to be over for the week, and I would just be anxious and pacing and not able to focus, or I'd be up at the school, like working every weekend, whatever, or I'd be on my computer getting ready for whatever was coming up. But this past weekend at the ranch, it was literally the first time that I wasn't like, oh, I got to get back quick. Because if we were at the ranch or on a trip, I would wake up like at 4 o'clock in the morning or 5 o'clock in the morning, get in my car and go home. John and I always had to take separate cars because I would have to be like gone, the next day so early to go and start dealing with my Sunday scaries. And this past weekend at the ranch was probably the first time that I wasn't like, okay, I've got to get back so I can go do X, Y, and Z. I basically like woke up when I wanted to, which we had gone to bed pretty late. So I didn't wake up till like 7:30 or 8, which is very late for me. And then I kind of like, okay, we're going to go deal with, John had a bunch of barbed wire rolled around the tire of one of the tractors. So I was like, okay, we're going to go cut that off. And then I was like, okay, now I'm going to kind of slow down this and go deal with this. And so I don't think I left until like 10 o'clock, which is very strange, Shelly.
I love it. I love it. I was like, they'll probably stay at the ranch and watch football all day. I mean, I love that the energy, I know the routine is needed. I feel it as well.
Yeah.
But I think we're going to get there. I think by the end of October, we'll have a good little rhythm going and everything will calm down. But I love that you're taking this time, and I can feel, I know you still get the phone calls and updates and everything, but I feel like you're back. Like you're back.
Well, I have to tell you, I wrote Collie Parsons yesterday and I was like, how's it going for you? Because she retired when I retired. And they sold their house in Austin. They moved to Oregon to be close to
Their boys.
their boys. And she's like, she basically just wrote, like, I'm in heaven.
Yeah.
I live, minutes from a beautiful, like, forest. And so she's like minutes from a forest that she walks every day with her dog. Her kids are right there. She's getting to be part of their adult lives and watch them bloom and blossom. She gets to have her family come and visit her and be near her. She said, I'm in heaven. And I was like, I'm struggling. How are you doing it? And so I think like when she retired, she like didn't just retire from the whole teaching thing. She changed her whole life. And I was like, maybe that's kind of what I needed to do. And I'm trying in some ways, but I still have like the, I need to help people. I need to figure out how I could be a part of that. And I've reached out to some coworkers, and they're like not responding. So I'm like, a no response is a response. So I'm like, okay, they're moving on with their lives. And, these people I was really close with, we were definitely in the trenches with it. So it's hard to let that go. But I think it's a sign from the retirement gods to say, hey, if people are not responding to your text of like, how are things going over there? What can I do to help? Do you need anything? Then they're basically telling you, I don't want you involved in this. And so I need to listen to that and understand it and live it and just kind of do my best life that I can. So I am struggling. Jessica Montanez has told me, she goes, your first year is going to be difficult. And then your second year will be like, okay, now I get it. Now I understand. Because I have like my closet, I have the pickleball paddles and I have the little golf clubs for Butler Park, and I've done none of it. And I'm like,
No, it's more.
I'm like, I have to start doing these things. Maybe now that the temperatures are getting a little more like
I agree.
under control, I can start feeling it. I'm like, okay, you got to start running. You've got to start exercising more. I found my watch. I had been missing my watch, which kind of I live by because it tells me my steps, and I like to have my steps at a certain level and so I was really like kind of going through a little bit of a depression, but I'm like trying to listen to Montanez. I talked to Crail about it and, Parsons, and they kind of helped me like, walk through this path, because you're kind of mourning like the loss of the 30 years that you dedicated. But then when people ask me to sub or do things like that, I'm like, I have like a panic attack. Like,
Yeah.
I should do that. But then I'm like, I don't feel ready for it because I feel like I'm going to get those Sunday scaries again. I'm just like, I don't feel the drop, the thing pulling me back in. I feel like I feel a sadness with the detachment from the school that I was at for 30 years. But I also am like, I know that it was a healthy time for me to go, and I just feel bad. But I know that I had to do that to survive because it was starting to be very heavy on me. So I enjoy reading Parsons' little, that she's living her best life. And I'm like, I'm going to get there. I just think it's going to take me a little bit longer to get there.
Agree.
So I need to start. Yeah.
I think it's a journey, and I
It
think
is
it's hard.
It is. But I'm going to have to start like signing up for like some pickleball stuff or,
Yeah, I think
Get involved.
routine, Mahjong Mondays with Kate and pickleball and everything. I think you've had a lot on your plate the last.
I feel like Shelly, we've been so busy.
Agreed.
So busy. I'm like, when people are like, how's retirement? Are you just, I'm like, I'm so busy. I'm so incredible. I'm like, I would like to have some down days, which I'm trying to grab those. Shelly and I have really learned how to like, take the podcast down to a couple of days, but every day is pretty booked, like with something, So
it's busy.
Yeah,
it's busy. And
but I'm enjoying it. I'm learning to enjoy it, but I would like to have more like the stuff that like Parsons talks about, or like how Jackie Krill works out like 3 times a day or something crazy, or Montanez is like, you said we were going to be doing these things and we're not doing any of those things. I'm like, keep holding me accountable. I'm going to get there. I'm gonna get there,
Yeah. But we just need to put it on the schedule and make it happen.
We're going to make it happen.
Yeah. Now that we know, your all the requests, it's like Monday you have Adorn.
Yeah. And Tuesday, Wednesday are podcast, and then I try to fit in some Graham time.
Yeah.
But, and
then you're traveling on the weekends. And so that's great.
Or trying to do different or game days or whatever. Then I usually have, if we're in town, we have church on Sundays with Graham. That's her favorite outing. Just going to the church. So anyway, but I didn't realize it was going to be this challenging. I mean, I kind of had an inkling, but then I was like, I did not know it was going to be like this, but that's okay. We're learning and growing. Anyway, but we have a lot going on, and we hope that some of you can drop into Matt's and meet us there at noon on Friday. And then Shelly, I'm happy to drive y'all down to the
thank you.
Because that kind of helped last time, I think.
I agree. Great. Agreed. You guys, we have a sponsor that is offering a great deal for our listeners. And so check out Cozy Earth. Our code is Shody Media, and it gets you 41% off of your order. They have bamboo sheets, they have pillowcases, they have clothing. Yeah, they have clothing, soft and cozy. And, I have some of the pajamas. They're soft and cozy. I like them. And, check out their deals. They have some beauty supplies. Um, you know, and you get 41% off because you're a Shody Media listener. So check it out. We're gonna have links in all of our notes, and please support Cozy Earth and use Shody Media as your discount code. We would really appreciate it.
Absolutely. I mean, it keeps me out of the classroom and Shelly off the pole.
That's right. Keep Shelly off the pole. Ain't nobody want to see this up on a pole.
Anyway, we love you guys. We hope to see you in real life. So, Texas, Texas.
Yeah.